Alright everybody, it's time for another episode of Cooking with Napalm. I'm Jed Johnson, they call me Napalm, and I'm here to answer your questions. Here's one from Old Rusty Stuff. Jed, what would you say your greatest grip accomplishment is? Well, that's a good question, man. Appreciate you sending that in. It's hard to narrow it down. I'm going to break it down into three categories. One is individual feats, and I would say that the individual feat that I did that is probably the most impressive is what's called the blob cycle. It's a deadlift, it's a clean, it's a snatch, and it's a curl of a 50-pound blob. And so far, I'm the only person that's ever done it. I'm sure that there's more people out there that can do it, but I've never seen anybody else do it. It's a fairly new feat. I think it was just kind of innovated here in 2016 or the end of 2015 by Nate Browse. He kind of challenged me to do it, and I put a video up about it and was able to do it right away. I was also able to do it in roughly 20-30 seconds or something like that. I don't recall. I think more people can do it. They just haven't tried it. And for each person, probably one of two things is going to be the hardest: either the curl, which almost nobody can do, or the snatch, which is another rare thing that you almost never see anyone doing. So one of those two things is going to stop people. As far as a competition type of category, my second category, I would say the most impressive thing is winning 3 national titles in a row. I did that in 2013 in the 120 kilo class. I did it in 2014 in the 105 kilo class, and I did it at 120 again, 120 kilo class in 2015. So I would say I'm pretty proud of that. But maybe the biggest thing, I would say this is the biggest one. Okay, this is not a feat, this is not a title or anything like that. But I would say my biggest accomplishment is being able to come back from probably my worst year ever in 2012, when I was riddled with injuries in my back, in my elbows, and dealing with thoracic outlet syndrome and severe pectoral pain in my chest. It was horrible. But I was able to come back from that, and from 2012 to 2013 made a complete turnaround. So I have a lot of people to thank for that. The partners that I've trained with, Luke, the therapist that I worked with at rehab and who has now become my training partner, and all of you for being so supportive. So those are the 3 things that I would point to. As far as like an individual feat, it would be the blob cycle, and then those other 2 things. Alright, Old Rusty Stuff, brother. Thanks a lot for sending that in. And everybody else, go ahead, send your questions in. I will cover them as soon as I can and get them up on the channel in the next episode of Cooking with Napalm. Make sure to subscribe, and all the best in your training. Take care.